Many of the events thus far have been about getting the fastest time or getting across the line first, but this event is a bit different. It's about pushing the block as far as possible, and you're going to need good team coordination and strength to be able to do it. This could mean, because this event is testing a different skill from what we've seen, that some of the lesser teams in the standings can rise up and show their true form. We'll have to see in this event. After Event 6, the home team, the Slimeballs, cleared 80 points and 4 medals and retook the championship lead over the Poison Ivy. Then it's the Shadow Riders and the Efficient Eggs. As we get into the first heat of 16 heats, so every team, we got 2 tries to push the blocks. They'll swap lanes after all of the teams are done, and it's the better of the 2 runs that will be chosen for each team. Now, Slimeballs and Sinister Sprinters, 1st and 16th place in the championship, of the Sinister Sprinters in the near lane will get the edge over the Slimeballs. By quite a lot, actually. Look at this. Almost a full block length ahead are the Sinister Sprinters. The Slimeballs have been really hit or miss. They're either in the middle spot or in a bottom spot, and looks like this one's going to be the latter unless they can pick it up in the next round. Sinister Sprinters, though, 16th in the championship, but they cleared 15 centimeters, and that's pretty good. You want to get 15 centimeters to get about in the top half. Now, Poison Ivy and the Valley Dashers. Can the Poison Ivy capitalize off the Slimeballs? But they are not going to be able to. That was an awkward bounce from their captain, Poison. And the Valley Dashers, once again in the near lane, is going to get the edge. Look at this. Poison screeching to a halt. The rest of them can't do anything about it. And the Valley Dashers, albeit not by much, by 0.4 of a centimeter, are going to beat the Poison Ivy. But the Sinister Sprinters still have the best distance thus far, but that could change though here. Shadow Riders and the Golden Cheeses. The Shadow Riders, known for being probably the best team in block pushing, with a gold in Season 1, also a gold from Gloom in the individual league, but they're going to get beaten by the Golden Cheeses in the near lane. The Shadow Riders, a fall from grace in block pushing could be seen, unless they pick it up in round 2, because this is the first time they have really seen a poor performance relatively in block pushing. 3rd with a 15.3. It's not terrible, but they're certainly expecting much more. The record holders and undisputed best team in block pushing. Meanwhile, the Golden Cheeses go into the lead with a 17.5. Now in Heat 4, Efficient Eggs and Team Atlantic. So far, all of the teams up there in the championship have struggled. Can the Efficient Eggs beat that? No, they will not. The Efficient Eggs, 3 of them getting past the block, and that is a disaster for them. Meanwhile, Team Atlantic had a great push in the near lane. Let's see. Led by Sea Turtle, their vice captain, and a solid impact there from Team Atlantic, and making the block straight. You want to make the block straight because it's measured from the back part of it. That's going to be a very good push from Team Atlantic, 19.5 centimeters, and they go into the lead by 2 whole centimeters over the Golden Cheeses. Then it's the Sinister Sprinters and the Shadow Riders just barely in the top half. Efficient Eggs, though, also got last place, so that run had the first and last place runs thus far. Now in Heat 5 of 16, Blue Lotus and the Olive Orbs. Blue Lotus just got a silver in the last event. Olive Orbs also got a gold 2 events ago, but it's been struggles aside from that, and it looks like this is going to be the first time we see the lesser team in the championship not be able to beat the team up there in the championship. The Blue Lotus, despite turning the block very quickly, will manage to hold on for a better run than the Olive Orbs, but not by much, by 0.3 of a centimeter. They go into 5th and the Olive Orbs in 6th, so both of them are not in the top half. Now in Heat 6 of 16, Bobble Squad and the Floundering Fish. Bobble Squad got a silver in this event in Season 1. They've also made a roster change mid-season. Tinsel is now a main member, but it's not going to work out for them. It looks like Bobble Squad, 3 of them go past the block, and that's wasted energy because you want to be directing the energy to pushing the block forward. Could that roster change be the right move? We'll have to see. They did beat the Floundering Fish, so it seems like they do have that raw strength to push the block far. And 15.1, that's not too bad actually. They're in a tie with the Blue Lotus for 5th. Meanwhile, the Floundering Fish in 7th. So we get into the 7th heat of 16. Second to last heat before all of the teams have had one go at pushing the blocks. Yellow Lotus and the Majestic Melons. And the Majestic Melons are absolutely going to smoke the Yellow Lotus. These two faced each other in the semi-final at Team Cloud for hurdles. They were very close. Yellow Lotus beat them, but the Majestic Melons are going to get their revenge here. Third for the Majestic Melons, Yellow Lotus, third to last so far. But in the final heat, Deep Divers and the Green Lotus, these two teams have done well in block pushing before, especially the Green Lotus with a bronze in Season 1. They've made a roster change, well, not a roster change, but a lineup change, putting their back two marbles in the middle, and it looks like it's going to work out for them. Both of them good pushes, but the Green Lotus push it further, and I think this is going to clear 15 centimeters. It's going to clear 16 centimeters, maybe even 17. How does it stack up to Team Atlantic? 18.6, they go into second place. Deep Divers go into fourth. So it will be Team Atlantic after the first runs that have the lead by 9/10 of a centimeter over the Green Lotus and the Golden Cheeses. Deep Divers in fourth, then it's the Majestic Melons. Efficient Eggs currently in last place. Slime Balls, though, in 15th. They're going to want to pick it up here. Remember that you have 2 rounds, and it's just the best run from the 2 rounds. So if you had a bad run, you can easily make up for it. But the Slime Balls are not going to be able to. Sinister Sprinters in the far lane are going to beat the Slime Balls. Perhaps they're just simply the better team in block pushing. It's not a matter of which lane you're in, because the Sinister Sprinters are going to get a good push here, 16.4 centimeters. Slime Balls did improve 14.5, but not by much, and they can only get a best position of 12th. Now, can the Poison Ivy capitalize? Valley Dashers and the Poison Ivy in Heat 10 of 16, the second round of the second heat of the second round. And the Valley Dashers are going to try to push the block. They get one marble, get past it, but the Poison Ivy are going to get a good push here. Look at this, the Poison Ivy, solid impacts, and none of them getting past the block. They also turn the block straight so that the block, they can get as much of the distance as they want. At 18.7 by 1/10 of a centimeter, they beat the Green Lotus and go into second place. That is pivotal for them to try to take back the championship lead from the Slime Balls. Now, Golden Cheese and the Shadow Riders. Can the Shadow Riders pull a miracle here and do what they've done in block pushing so well before? But it's not going to happen. Once again, they're going to get beaten by the Golden Cheeses. The Golden Cheeses aren't too bad at block pushing, so it's not too much of a surprise that they're doing well. The big surprise comes from the Shadow Riders, disappointing in block pushing. They can only get a best position of 9th. They get 15.3, which is what they got in round 1. Golden Cheeses didn't improve, so their round 1 score will be chosen. But not even a top half for the Shadow Riders. They've got to be disappointed with that. Now, Team Atlantic and Efficient Eggs, currently 1st and 16th in this event. But the Efficient Eggs will massively improve from their run from round 1. And the Efficient Eggs will be using this round to score themselves because it's the best of 2 runs. Team Atlantic did not improve, but I think they should still be in the lead because no one has beaten their 19.5 centimeter run. Efficient Eggs, though, great improvement, 17.0 centimeters, and they go into 6th place. Team Atlantic, though, still holding on. They have 4 more heats to worry about if any team wants to dethrone them. Olive Orbs and the Blue Lotus now. And it's going to be very close between these two teams once again, but no one clearing 15 centimeters. And it's not going to be good from either of these teams. Blue Lotus have struggled in block pushing before. Olive Orbs also didn't qualify last season, but they're not too great at block pushing. It cost them qualification in Season 1. And 14.0 centimeters, 13.7 for the Olive Orbs. Blue Lotus can only do best position of 11th. Now, Heat 14 of 16. Third to last heat. Can anyone dethrone Team Atlantic? Floundering Fish in the Bobble Squad. Bobble Squad. They got silver last season, and they're going to get a good push here. I think they're going to improve on their round 1 score. Floundering Fish looks about the same for them. They might have improved slightly. Both of these teams didn't lose too much energy. Actually, Bobble Squad got too loose, but that was still a good push from them. And it's going to be a best position of 11th for them too. So, disappointing compared to Season 1, but they did improve slightly to 15.3. Now, Majestic Melons and the Yellow Lotus. Majestic Melons briefly was on the podium, provisionally, with third, but then they got overtaken by the Green Lotus. Could they make a comeback here? They're going to beat the Yellow Lotus, but not by much, and I don't think they improved from round 1. Yellow Lotus also poor distance from them in both rounds. It's not going to be good for them. 3 of them getting loose. That's wasted energy, which they could have been using to push the block further. Majestic Melons, best position of 7th. Yellow Lotus are locked in last place. But now, in the final heat, Team Atlantic is guaranteed their first medal, but can the Green Lotus or the Deep Divers steal the gold from them? Green Lotus currently sitting in 3rd place. Could they get their place back from the Poison Ivy, or could they get the gold from Team Atlantic? They're not going to beat the Deep Divers, so Green Lotus will not settle for a gold. They will not settle for anything less than a bronze. And the Deep Divers, this is a good push from them though. Could they have gotten to the medals? The Deep Divers, no, it's only good enough for 5th place. Green Lotus don't improve, but their round 1 score is good enough for the bronze. But no one can beat Team Atlantic, their first ever medal in the Team Quadrilla Marble League, and it's gold. Poison Ivy gets the silver, and the Green Lotus gets 3rd. They repeat their performance from Season 1, and the Golden Cheeses also get 4th, which is what they got in Season 1. Now, we're going to take a look at our podium pushes. Firstly, in the first round, Green Lotus in the very last heat to sneak into 2nd place in round 1, and then they got overtaken by the Poison Ivy, so they settle for bronze. Poison Ivy, just 2 heats later, snatches 2nd from them by 1/10 of a centimeter with the Valley Dashers. Look at this, making sure that the block is absolutely straight so they're not wasting their energy. And of course, our winner is Team Atlantic. They've struggled so much in this season with their injury in the first event, missing the podium so close with the record 2 events ago. But look at this push, led by Sea Turtle. Solid impact, making sure the block is as straight as possible. No energy wasted whatsoever. Team Atlantic standing atop the podium. One of 3 teams that have never been on the podium. The only team in the A division at that. But now they are finally on top. Poison Ivy gets the silver and will probably get the championship lead, and the Green Lotus gets their 2nd medal of these games and their 2nd medal straight in block pushing. But look at this, the captain of Team Atlantic getting on the podium there. I am sure they've been absolutely proud with them. Poison Ivy take the championship lead. Slime Balls drop to 2nd, Shadow Riders and Efficient Eggs, but Team Atlantic 8 spots jumping up into 5th. Then it's the Deep Divers, Green Lotus, Blue Lotus, and the Bauble Squad, a very close mid-pack between 5th and 9th. Next event will be the block pushing for the B division, and then the Quadrilla Team Pursuit to round out the first half of the Team Quadrilla Marble League.